That's why I like Mexico's model. Mexico doesn't buy fighter jets because they're like, well, the countries below us, south of us, are too poor to have fighter jets. The country above us has too many. So why are we wasting our money on this?
Right.
It's very strategic.
Actually, that's pretty astute.
Right? That kind of makes sense.
I'm in for that for sure.
Yeah, I don't think we can rely on the Canadian Royal Air Force, unfortunately.
Which is it's insane. So their air forces, their military presence, I think it's like in the active duty. I think it's in the 60,000s. And I mean, Canada has a beautiful, amazing history of military service. So it's weird that Trudeau straight up said they will not invest more in the military when he was prime minister. Like, they're just not going to. And that's what's happening in Europe right now. Their marginal the peace dividend. There's a great economist, a political scientist, William Spaniel, who has a YouTube channel on this, and he's excellent at it. But the peace dividend after the end of the Cold War, they were like, oh, we're spending all this money on defense. Now we can spend it on social programs. It's like, okay, that's not inherently a bad thing. But they overspent so much that they have no marginal propensity of taxation. So for every dollar they increase in taxes, they essentially lose $1 in tax revenue. And now you don't have an air force. And it's defense spending negatively affects the economy. That's just a truism, right? It negatively affects it. But
how much is a war?
How much is a war? So the
I was going to say
defense spending and no defense spending.
War is a bit more expensive than.
Yeah, you build up such a military that you never have to fight the war, so you're just paying a little dividend on that. And the United States was like, what if we just had all the jets? What if we just had 15,000 aircraft? It's like, cool. And we just moved little countries around called aircraft carriers, and it's like, great. We don't need to fight a war. We don't need to fight a war on our turf.
No. So that's paradoxical. That's paradoxical that for every dollar they raise taxes, they lose $1 in tax revenue. I don't understand how that happens.
People just choose not to. So, like, if I raise,
what kind of tax system do they have over there that people choose not to pay taxes? That feels like an impossibility.
VAT. So a value-added tax. So it has to be transactional.
It's transactional only taxes
over there. So you just don't spend. They have tons of different taxes, but VAT's your main tax.
Okay.
So people just won't transact, and that's
So it's just basically they don't. Yeah, if you take any more money, that takes away from essential goods, so they can't.
You basically sensitivity of price is so in that case would be fairly inelastic. Is that any movement on that line doesn't actually change so it makes a rectangle if you think of it like where price intersects with the demand curve, and then you bring that down to quantity demanded. That square, what's revenue? Price times quantity. So if you increase price because of a VAT tax, the quantity
goes
demanded
down.
shifts over in equal or lesser. Yeah. So you have less tax revenue.